Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be turning this into this using Snapchat. So first I started with this bedside table, which was originally my boyfriend's, and he has had it since he was about 5 years old. As you can tell by the amount of wear on it, it's missing two of the knobs, so you have to kind of like pull it open by the side. He scratched his initials and so many other things into it. Now I did this project before I had a proper sander, so I found a sanding attachment for my drill on Amazon. I wouldn't recommend it for a whole piece of furniture. It took way longer than it needed to, but it still came out really good, just how I wanted it to. So I just sanded everything to get that varnish off, filled in all the indents and holes with wood filler. Also, you'll notice my super professional filling tool. That is a piece of cardboard from a packet of Bueno Hippos. Mind your own business. And then after I filled everything, I went on to priming. My primer was a white base. Or there are paints that are supposed to have built-in primers. I haven't personally used those before, so I can't really recommend any. I primed the whole unit apart from the very top surface. This is where my planning with Snapchat comes into account. I bought a couple of different finishes for the top of this unit because I had a feeling that clear varnish was just going to make it that horrible orange pine colour again. And here I am testing a white wood stain. And I didn't want this to be completely white, of course. I just wanted to knock back that orange a little bit. And here I am showing you that the patch with just the clear varnish went exactly how I thought it would. And the patch with the stain and the varnish is perfect for what I want, as well as a little patch where I tested just the stain without the varnish. And then after I tested all of that, I went over the drawers and all the surfaces that I had primed with the white primer, went over it with black paint because I am an emo at heart. So once I worked out what combination of stain and varnish worked best, I just went ahead and did the whole tabletop with that. You'll probably notice in this video that I'm using sellotape instead of masking tape. That is purely because I lost my masking tape and my painting tape before I did this video. It has nothing to do with me preferring to use it, but it worked surprisingly well. I feel like I got a really clean edge with it, which I wasn't expecting at all. Now you're probably wondering when I'm going to start using Snapchat to plan this project, considering we're already well into doing the project. But I used it to plan my design on the top surface of the unit. I found these two images on Pinterest and took whichever elements from it I thought would work best with this and cut them out as stickers on Snapchat and placed them exactly where I wanted them to be on the unit so that I could work out just what I wanted my design to be like. You can still see some of the bits where I filled in the holes where the handles were, but that doesn't matter because I am pretty much going to make holes again in exactly the same place. I just needed them to be smaller so that I could fit on the new handles. Because I've already sealed my design with varnish, it was a little bit harder to draw with the pencil on top of here, so I kind of had to almost like recreate indents there. I just went in and freehand painted the moon on there and used tape to create those straight lines surrounding the moon. And this is the finished design. I love it so much. It came out a lot better than I thought it was going to be honest, even if I did have to pivot in the process. And the final part of this process was to get a piece of acrylic custom cut for this unit, just to cover and protect my design and give it a much more finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this strange insight into seeing how I plan my project. And if you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe and watch some of my future videos.